Yo, and definitely beyond overkill being the content rap god, that's for sure. I definitely overkilled it. What force a sudden impulse thus can make a laurel branch and all the temples shake. Depart, I see souls profane, hence, oh fly, far from this holy place. Apollo's nigh, he knocks with gentle foot of a Delian a palm, a submissive bends, and breathes a sweater balm, a soft swans, high hovering, and catch the auspicious sign, wave their white wings and pour their notes divine. And yet bolts fly back, ye brazen doors expand, leap from your hinges, Phobos at hand. Begin, young men, begin the sacred song. Wake all your ears in the dance front. Remember still the power seen by one except the just and innocent alone. Prepare your minds and wash the spots away that hinder men to view the all-piercing ray, lest ye provoke his favoring beams to bend on happier climes and happier skies ascend, and lo, the power just opening on the fight diffuses bliss and shines with heavenly light, nor should the youthful acquire with silent feet or harps unstrung approaching Phobos meet if soon they wish to mount, but a nuptial bed, but to deck with sweet perfumes, the hoary head, on old foundations, lofty walls to build, or raft my new cities in some distant field. Yeah, ye listening crowds, and often awful silence hear Apollo's praises and the song revere, even raging seas subside, and poets sing the bow, the harp of the Lycaonian, keen nor fetus watched a mother dares deplore he her loved her lost Achilles, lost Achilles, now no more but frilled awe. The cheeks her grief and pain when low paean sounds along the main of the weeping rock. Once Niobe suspends its tear awhile and mute attention lends. No more she seems a monument of woe, nor female sighs fro a Phrygian marble flow, sound low, such the dreadful end of impious mortals, that with God's content, who dares high heaven's immortal powers engage against our king a rebel war would wage, and who rebels against our sovereign sway would brave the bright far shooting god of day, but rich rewards await the grateful choir that still to Phobos Phoebus attune the living light year from him all honor springs, and high above he fits and power at the right hand of Jove, beyond the day, beyond the night prolonged, the sacred theme to charm the god a song, let all resound his praise. Behold, how bright Apollo shines in robes of golden light, gold are his quiver harp and a Lycaonian bow, and his fair feet with golden sandals glow. All bright and gold appears, empowers the powers divine, and boundless wealth adorns in a Delphic shrine, immortal youth and heavenly beauty crown, his cheeks unshaded by the softest down, but his fair tresses a drop of roseal dews distill, soft oils and healing balm diffuse, and on what favored city these shall fall. Life, health, and safety guard the sacred wall. To great Apollo, various arts belong, the skill of archers and the powers of song. By him, the sure events of lost are given. By him, the prophet speaks the will of heaven, and white physicians taught by him to lay the stroke of fate and turn disease away. But we to Anomius, heavenly shepherd, cry, since he for young Admetus left the sky when burning with desire, he designed to feed immortals, coursers on and Prisus mead his herds increased and overspread the ground. Kids leapt in, sportive lambkins frisked around, wherever Apollo bent his favoring eyes, the flocks with milk bound, grew in size, and pregnant ewes that brought one lamb before, now dropped a double offspring on the shore. Ere towns are built, on new foundations laid, and we still invoke the great Apollo's aid, and oracles explore, for with delight he views with new cities rise on the sight, and Phobia's self the deep foundation lays. A god but 4 years old in former days first raised a structure on the Ootegan ground close by the lake that ever circles round, when young Diana, skilled in hunting, laid unnumbered goats, and Sithis mountain dead, the careful goddess brought their heads away, and gave them to a glorious god a day. He broke the horns and raised with artful toil and a wondrous altar from the Sylvian spoil. A place rose on rose in order still dispose, which he with circling walls or horn echoes from this model adjusting and the part from and Apollo taught mankind with builder's art. Beside Apollo shewed my native place to Abatius and the farmed Therian race, a crow, a propitious scent of a flew before, and led the wanderers to a Libyan shore. Apollo making from unclouded skies, beheld Serene's lofty towers arise, and faithful swore that Egypt's king should gain the new-built city and the fertile plain, to tuneful Phobos, sacred god, a song. In various names belong. Some Bedromius, Clarius, some implore, but named Cadmeus. On my native shore, the great Cadmeus, Sparta first possessed. Next, the Verus isle was the presence blessed. You crossed the swelling main from Pharaoh's bowers, and then resided in Serene's towers. 6 from Oedipus conveyed the god from Lacedaemon over the weary road to Pharaoh's isle, but brought from Pharaoh's strand by blameless Baptist to asbestos land. He raised a temple to record thy praise, appointed annual feasts on solemn days, and fair serene sacred hymns resound, and slaughter bulls lie bleeding on the ground. Lo, Carnian Phobos, all must pay their vows to thee, and on thine altars lay green herbs and painted flowers. And when genial spring diffuses sweetness from the fathomless wing, but when stern winter his dark power displays, with yellow crocus feed the rising blaze, so flames unceasing deck thy hallowed shine, and breathe sweet odors to thy power divine. With transport of Phobos views the warlike dance, when fierce Bellanna's son in arms advance, and with brown Libyan virgins tread the ground, when annual the Carnian feast comes round, nor yet Alcide's sons had seen her crystal fountain and extended green, but fro Azil's woods the wanderers strayed, and hid their heads within the dusky shade. When Phobia stood standing on the horned hill, beheld the forest on the murmuring rill, I spilt the ill inside of my head. The lyrics again. I can't believe I step away from the ledge. I'm coming down. You can never be what you wanted me. I can never be what you wanted me to be. You pulled me under just to save yourself. I saw in your eyes. I see into your eyes. They open doors. Eyes that at last I saw in tears. Fruit of vision here in death's a dream kingdom. Golden vision appears. I see the eyes, but not the tears. This is my affliction. Eyes I shall not see, unless at the door of death of her kingdom, where in this the eyes outlast a little while outlast the tears, and hold us in derision, wrapping I in suspicion. Can't believe you were the one to build me up and tear me down. You old abandoned house. There's a spit and rapping on that now. No, 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 no. As she laughed, I was aware of becoming involved in her. I laughed and being part of it until her teeth were only accidental stars with a talent for squat drill. I was drawn in by short gasps and hailed at each momentary recovery, lost finally in the dark caverns of her throat, bruised by the ripple of unseen muscles, and elderly waiter with trembling hands was hurriedly spreading a pink and wet checked cloth over the rusty green iron table, saying if the lady and gentleman wish to take their tea in the garden, if the lady and gentleman wish to take their tea into the garden, decided that if the shaking of her breast could be stopped, some of the fragments of the afternoon might be collected, and I concentrated my attention with careful subtlety to this end. I might step away from the ledge. I could never be what you wanted me to be. You pulled me under just to save yourself. I pulled you under just to save myself. Saying, "Oh goddess, the great anger of Achilles, son of Peleus, of that brought countless ills upon the Achaeans. Many a brave soul did it send hurrying down to Hades, and many a hero did it yield a prey to dogs and vultures. For so were the counsels of Jove fulfilled from the day on which the son of Atreus, king of men, and great Achilles first fell out with one another. And which of the gods was it that set then on the to quarrel? It was the son of Jove and Leto, for he was angry with the king and sent a pestilence upon the host to plague the people, because the son of Atreus had dishonored Chrysis, his priest. Now Chrysis had come to the ships of the Achaeans to free his daughter, and had brought with him a great ransom. There's a spit I rap 'em, there's that bit I said, never ending the lyrics and rhymes. Sat up my mind, they begin all day and all night. Sat up my mind, lyrics and rhymes. Can't believe you were the one I remember. I'm never gonna dance again. These broken feet just ain't got no rhythm. I know it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste this gift that I've been given. I know it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Touch it, it won't shrink like an eyeball. The egg-shaped bailiwick, clear as a tear. Here's yesterday, last year, palm, spear, and a lily distinct as flora in the vast. A windless fretwork of a tapestry. Flick the glass with your fingernail. It'll ping like a Chinese chime in the slightest air stir. Though nobody and there looks up or bothers to answer, the inhabitants are light as a cork. Every one of them permanently busy at your feet with seat waves, a bow and single file, never trespassing, and a bad temper stailing in mid-air. A short-reined palm like a pair of the ground, horses overhead. Clouds sit tasseled and fancy as Victorian cushions this family of Valentine faces. Night might please a collector, but the ring true, like good china. Elsewhere the landscape is more frank, the light falls without let up blindingly. A woman is dragging her shadow in a circle about a bald hospital saucer. It resembles the moon or a sheet of blank paper, and appears to have suffered a sort of private as she lives quietly with no attachments, like a photos in a bottle of an obsolete house, the sea flattened to a picture. She has one too many dimensions to enter, grief and anger exercised, rhyming all day and all night. Leave her alone now. The future is a great seagull, a tattle and its cat. Voice of departure, age and terror, like nurses attend her, and a drowned man complain of the great cold crawls up out of the sea. The sea to shining sea, the sea to shining sea. Nurse that spitting rapping to me telepathically. Spiritual entities are spitting telepathic poetry through me. Nurse that spitting all night and all day. Inside of my head, the voices begin spitting telepathically poetry to me. Again and again, the spiritual entities keep spitting telepathic poetry to me. Again and again, the spiritual entities keep speaking telepathic poetry through me. Again and again, let the words come now, and I shall not fear. I want one woman. Are she? I want herself. Her, myself. I want her, myself, for good and all, and shall keep her throughout eternity. Well, the end of this world, love is near, and your day begins to fail. I asked God one thing, and it is this: that I am when you die. Am I with you when you die? And that you die with your head a piece on my breast, and that my mouth takes your last life's kiss. For who has a better claim than I to this? For I beloved you best. I beloved you best. I can't believe you were the one that built me up and tear me down. There's that spitting round, around and around. The day is most fair. The cherry wind halos behind the hill where he bends the wood as a seemeth good, and the sapling to his will. A riot of wind. There is that in my blood which would not have you still. She gave me herself, O earth, O sky, a gray sea. She is mine alone. Let the sullen boulders hear my cry and rejoice through they be out stone mine. I have won her, O good brown earth. Make merry, tis hand on spring, make fairy, for she is doubly worth all worship. Your fields can bring. Let the hen that tills you feel your mirth. All the early heart will win a stead breast of the plow in the river fields. I have won her. Rejoice ye on me, kind. Rejoice ye kind. I have taken the best creation yields. O river, the mate is mine. Poplar and beech and frone and thorn and fair woods where God altar lies. Rejoice, I have won the heart of her. I have got for the prize. The wind shall tell you, and ye shall stir with human symphonies. A real cloud of the sunset till it abroad. I am victor, great me, O son, dominant master and absolute Lord over the heart of the one inside. There's a spit, and I'm drunk at the bottom of this bottle, and I'm running from the man I swear I would never be. But do we really have to face tomorrow? But I'm the one that has to face me. It's the demons I've created for myself, the tragic truth. Hard for me to understand myself, so it has to be hard as fucking hell for you. When the summer fields are mown, when the birds are fledged and flown, and the dry leaves strew up the path, with the falling of the snow, with the calling of the crow, and once again the fields we mow and gather in the aftermath. Now, not the sweet and new grass of flowers is the harvesting of ours, not the upland clover bloom, but the rowan mixed with weeds, tangled tufts from marsh and meads. Where the poppy drops its seeds in the silence of the gloom, fruit of the loom, inside of my head. I'm drowning in the bottom of this bottle. I gotta stop spitting, drinking this bottle. Inside of my head, the lyrics begin. I had withdrawn in the forest, and my song was swallowed up in leaves that blew away and to the forest edge. You came one day, this was my dream, and looked and pondered long, but did not enter. Although the wish was strong, you shook your pensive head, as who should say, I dare not too far in his footsteps stray. He must seek me. Would he undo the wrong? Not far, but near. I stood and saw it all behind low boughs, the trees let down outside, and the sweet pain it cost me not to call and tell you that I saw does still abide, but 'tis not true that thus I dwelt aloof from the wood wakes, and you are here for the proof. Spitting their end into can't Scooby-Doo. What must be wrong with me? There's that spitting inside of me telepathically, every spiritual entity speaks telepathically through me. Indeed, as Hermes once took to his feathers light, when lulled Argus baffled swooned and slept. So on a Delphic reed, my idol sprite, but so played, so charmed, so conquered, so bereft the dragon world of all its 100 eyes, and seeing it asleep, so fled away, not to appear Ida with its snow cold skies, nor unto Tempe, where Jove grieved day, but to a second, circle of a sad hell, where in the gust the whirlwind and the flaw, and rain and hailstones. Lovers need not tell their sorrows pale were the sweet lips I saw, pale were the lips I kissed, and fair the form I floated with about the melancholy storm. Life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. Life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. Life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. Deep and liquid, a turquoise silvers of dilute light quiver and thin streaks, a bright tinfoil, a mobile jet, a pale flounder wavered by a tilting river in the shallows, agile minnows, a flicker gilt of great blue muzzles, delight, a leaf, and a pilot valves, a dull lunner, globes of blubus jellyfish glow, milky green, eels twirl, and willy spirals on elusive tails, drear lobsters amble, a darkly olive, and shrewd claws, and down where sound comes blunt and wan, like the bronze time of a sunken gun. When there's that spitting rapid, I know when. Never stop rapping, I have infinite content. Never stop rapping, I have infinite content. More content than any other artist. I am the infinitist, the rhyme lyricist. Never stop spitting into the abyss. My infinite lyrical mix. I could take the Harlem night and wrap around you. Take the noon neon lights and make it crown. Take the Leonx Avenue buses, taxis, subways, and for your love song tone, their rumble down. Take Harlem's heartbeat and make a drum beat, put it on records, let it whirl, and while we listen to it play, dance with you till day, dance with you, my sweet brown Harlem girl, never stop spit, I'll give it a whirl, on. And my head, the voices begin spitting their ending lyrics again. Lyrics in my head flow down a cold rivulet to the sea, but by a tribute wave deliver no more. By thee my steps shall be forever and forever flow, softly flow by on and lee of a rivulet, then a river nowhere. By thee my steps shall be forever and forever, but here will sigh thine alder tree, and here thine aspen shiver, and here by thee will hum to the bee forever and forever. Thousand suns will stream on thee, a thousand moons will quiver, but not by thee my steps shall be forever and ever, forever and ever. Never gonna spend the rest of my life with you by my side. Keep spitting forever and ever. I just keep getting better every little thing that you do. I'm so in love with you. I just keep getting better. The rapper forever of Phocian acts of this. Don't be ashamed to love for your serving girl once before. Rhesus and Trojan, the Trojan slave, with her snow-white skin stirred, angry Achilles and captive, loveliness troubled her master, Ajax, the son of Telamon, and Agamemnon, and his mid-triumph burned for a stolen girl, while the barbarian armies defeated in great victory, and the loss of Hector handed Troy to the wary Thessalians, an easier prey. You don't know your blonde Phyllis has parents who are wealthy and might grace her son-in-law. Surely she's royally born and grieves at her cruel household gods. Believe that the girl you loves not one who comes from the wicked masses, that one so faithful, so averse to gain, couldn't be the child of a shameful mother. I'm unbiased and praise in her arms and face and shapely ankles reject all suspicion of one whose swiftly vanishing life has been in the fourth a year spent in drinking all of these beers. So you call it an earthquake. You fall on if you drink too much and you fall on your face and the earth shakes. But you call it an earthquake. You drink too much and you fall on your face and the earth shakes. Rapping on wait. This is winter. This is night. Small love, a sort of black horse chair, a rough dumb country stuff, steel with the sheen of what green stars can make it to our gate. I hold you on my arm. It is very late. The dull bells ton the hour. The mirror floats us at one candle power. This is the fluid in which we meet each other, the haly radiance that seems to breathe and lets out a shadows wither, only to blow them huge again, violent giants on the wall. One match scratch makes you reel. At first, a candle will not bloom at all. It snuffs its bud to almost nothing, to a dull blue dud. I hold my breath until you creak to life. A bald hedgehog, a small and cross. The yellow knife grows tall. You clutch your bars. My scene makes you roar. I rock you like a boat across the Indian carpet, the cold floor, while the brass man kneels back as best as he can, hafting his white pillar with the light that keeps the sky at bay. The sack at black is everywhere tight. He is yours, the little brassy at last. Pour her loam, all you have at its heels, a pile of 5 brass cannonballs, no child, no wife, 5 balls, 5 bright brass balls to juggle with, my love, when the sky falls from above. Side of my head, the lyrics begin. Here's that spin, hypnotized. I'm hypnotized in my infinite lyrics again. Hypnotized to my infinite lyrics, I said. Here's that spitting again and again. Here's that spitting again and again. What is wrong with my head? The voices begin. When Mr. Apollinax visited the United States, his laughter tinkled among the teacups. I thought a fragilian that thy figure among the birch trees of the Priapus and a shrubbery gaping at the lady in the swing in the place of Mrs. Flaccus at Professor Channon Cheektas. He laughed like an irresponsible Otis, a laughter with a submarine and profound, like the old man of the seas hidden under coral islands, where worried bodies of drowned men drift down in the green silence dropping from fingers of surf. I looked for the head of Mr. Apollinax, rolling under a chair or grinning over a screen with a seaweed in his hair. I heard the beat of Center's hoofs over the hard turf as his day and passionate talk devoured the afternoon. He is a charming man, but after all, what did he mean? His pointed ears, he must be unbalanced. There was something he said that I might have challenged of the wager. Mr. Flakus and Professor and Mrs. Cheetah. I remember a silence of lemon and a bitten macaroons bitten fruit up the loom. There's a spit rhyming to you from my apartment, rhyming to him, spit and rhyming to you from my infinite rhyming tomb, spit rhyming to you from my infinite rhyming tomb. The morning we beheld with streaming eyes the flames from Melanippus, a body rise at eve. A fair Bazile resigned her breath, disdaining to survive a brother's death. With frantic hands she gave the deadly blow that sent her soul to gloomy shades below. Two mighty ills he wretched, a fire must mourn and weep around a son and daughter's urn. Old sunk in grief appears, and all a siren melts in briny tears. A crocodile, I'll see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Spit at the Nile. The Nile's not just a river in Egypt, they said. Spitting again and again. What must be wrong in my head? The voices begin. A bright star, would I were steadfast as thou art, not in lone splendor hunt aloft the night and watching with eternal lids apart, like nature's patient and sleepless eremite of the moving waters at their priest like task, wrap appear ablution round earth's human shores of gazing on the new soft fallen mask of snow upon the mountains and the moors. No, yet still steadfast, still unchangeable, pillowed upon my fair love's ripening breast, to feel forever its soft fall and swell awake forever in a sweet unrest, still to hear for a tender taking breath, and so live ever, or else swoon to death. Wrapped again in a mess, I saw a star that was falling. I wished the wish of my soul. I saw a star that was falling. I wished the wish of my soul. My heart on its influence calling to shed all its gentle control. Hope whispered my wish would be granted, and fancy soon waved her bright wand. My heart is sweet ecstasy painted, and at the visions were smiling beyond. Oh, like the meteors sweeping through darkness there, a luminous way, are the pleasures too worthless for keeping, as dazzling but fleeting as they. I saw a star that was beaming steady and stilly and bright, unworld, its sweet watch 'twas seeming to keep through the darkness of night, like those two stars, and then are the joys that are false and are true. I felt as a lesson 'twas given, and thought my own true love of you, when I saw the star that was a beamin' steady and stilly and bright, unwearied its sweet watch 'twas seemin' to keep through the darkness of the night. I spit and then it rhymes up. I don't want you to leave me here, my dark one. I possess your soul, your mind, your heart, and your body. Rap karate. I'll never stop spitting spoken poetry through me, but ice, demon inside me. Never stop speaking telepathic, spoken poetry telepathically through me. The ice, demon inside me. Rap karate. I'm spitting poetry forever. Stop rapping poetry never.